ਇਸ 24 ਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ਖਬਰੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੈਂਕ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨੇ ਮਿਹਰਬਾਨੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਉੱਤੇ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੇਟ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਸੋ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਚੰਗੀ ਖਬਰ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਤੇ ਬੜੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਬੈਂਕ ਨੇ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਸਟੈਪ ਲਿਆ। ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਸੇ ਡਰ 'ਚ ਜੀ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਰੇਟ ਚਲਾ ਜਾਊਗਾ, ਪਰ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਰੇਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੈਂਕ ਨੇ 4.50 ਨੂੰ ਟੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ। ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਫੈਂਟਾਸਟਿਕ ਨਿਊਜ਼। ਸੋ ਨਾਓ the house you wanted to buy is only a few steps away. So keep ready. You never know when you may be writing an offer. ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ market 'ਚ we are seeing multiple offer situation coming in. ਕਿਚਨਰ ਵਾਟਰਲੂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਕਾਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਆਸਕਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਵਿਕ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਗੇ BC ਦੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ ਤੋਂ। ਬੜਾ ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਮਿੱਠਾ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਹਰਾ ਹਰਾ ਗ੍ਰੀਨਰੀ ਜਿਹਾ ਦਿਖਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਸੋ ਪੀਪਲ ਆਰ ਆਲਸੋ ਕੂਲ ਦੇਅਰ। ਦੈਟਸ ਹਾਊ ਵੀ ਫਾਊਂਡ ਦਿਸ ਕੂਲ ਗਾਏ ਆਲ ਦ ਵੇ ਫਰੋਮ BC ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਜੁੜਨਗੇ, ਆ ਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਕਰਨਗੇ, ਆਪਣਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੈਂਕ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨੇ ਅਨਾਊਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਪਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੋਸਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਜਨਮ ਦਿਨ ਮਨਾਏ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਐਨੀਵਰਸਰੀਆਂ ਮਨਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਲੋਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਕਰਾ ਲਈ ਹੈ, ਆਪਣੀ ਇਨਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਢੁਕਵੀਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਜੀਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਅਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨਵ ਜਨਮੇ ਸ਼ਿਸ਼ੂਆਂ ਦਾ ਆਗਮਨ ਹੋਇਆ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਹੋਏ। ਆਓ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟੂਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰੀਏ, ਆਪਣੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੂਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ। ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੀ ਘਸੀ ਪਿਟੀ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਾਰਨੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਹੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਹਾਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ। ਵਿਦ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਵਿਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ। So let's go over to our colleague Abbotsford BC to Mr. Amrit Sura. Mr. Sura, welcome home.
Sat Shri Akal ji, how are you doing?
Life is good, sir. I'm sorry I forgot to send you a message that we won't be holding the last Wednesday's episode. So I wonder if you were here and I wasn't here.
Yeah, I know you were stateside, I believe, at the R4 convention, enjoying some Las Vegas lifestyle.
Yes, I was there enjoying Las Vegas and the beauties of Las Vegas. It was a very hectic schedule. I tried to run my show from there, but I think I left my mics open. So when I was trying to broadcast, I heard echo. That was a very strong echo, and then I have to cancel that because nobody in my home knows how to cancel that echo.
Mute.
I guess I left my speakers and mics open.
Well, that's okay. I mean, as long as you enjoyed some of the great things in Las Vegas. I know when I used to travel stateside long time ago in my previous industry, at some of the conventions, I would often say to my dad, I'm going for 3 or 4 days. And then 2 weeks later, he's phoning me to say, where are you now? You know, did you miss your flight? Right. So Las Vegas never sleeps.
No.
I'm sure you've seen different cities around the world, and Las Vegas is a unique spot.
It is a unique spot and it never sleeps. That is very right. But at the same time, they close the pools at 4 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because of the heat.
We didn't understand that. So good news. Bank of Canada has held up the rate hike. No rate hike this time. What a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. And Bank of Canada is very speculative. The next increase is on April 12th. So that is more than 1 month away.
people have a good month to sort of secure themselves in a good position. I'm seeing a lot of activity as far as shovels in ground as on the new development side within Abbotsford itself. I've noticed 3 or 4 different new sites which have come up, and
Yeah,
then we visited a sales center recently. The It was a backed up lineup for the first launch, so price points are being a little bit more sharp. People want to engage and get into the communities that are desirable. I mean, it's a good opportunity for buyers to get themselves secure and then take the next steps.
absolutely. So already some markets are picking up. Major metro areas, they are seeing multiple offers. So
Hmm.
some people may think here that we are trying to scare them. We are not. This is the reality. I was running the numbers for Waterloo region, and all kinds of houses went above asking price. Not asking over asking, then they were either 100% or 99% of ask. And the inventory is below 1 month in most cases, but in certain areas it is around 1.2 to 1.4 months inventory, and that's perfectly a seller's market,
Right.
right? So demand
Yeah.
is going to kick in now. People are moving forward, and it is being said by analysts that they can see the rock bottom prices now. The rock bottom prices, they are pretty much in sight. Initially, nobody knew where the rock bottoms are, but now they can see it because now the market is slightly going to go up. So this dip is the bottom here. So the analyst can see it coming. Okay, once the bottom hits, then you know what, it's going to take off. Enough.
So yeah, it's true. I mean, on the other hand, there's some announcement saying that the spring market will be slower, but the the actual data is showing something a little bit different.
It's
So
showing a lot of variations, deviation is there. And
yeah.
because there are so many variables when you talk about housing, behavioral pattern of consumers, it's really out of any comprehension. It changes all of a sudden,
Hmm.
right? There is a lot of data available that tells people, uh, that uh, gave this kind of behavioral study that people are worried about their finances. 6 out of 10. But at the
Right.
same time, nearly 80% of those people said housing is the best long term investment plan.
It gives you shelter, and it's going to grow over time.
It gives you shelter
Right.
and grows over time. And it
Right.
also makes your residual income. So investors are able to multiply their portfolios just because they do not care about positive cash flow. They are okay even if they have to pay $500 or $1,000 from their own pocket, as long as someone else is paying rent for the remainder load, and then the value of property keeps going up and up every single day. So we are going to be there very soon. And right now, any project that closes in 2025, 2026 can be a good deal for consumers or investors
Hmm.
because the house
Yeah.
prices are going to go up, and builders have already adjusted the prices of pre-cons at today's prices. They have come down a substantial amount.
We've seen some other activity where a launch got delayed by 8 months,
Mhm.
so they didn't pre-sell. They went ahead and opened up the doors basically 2 weeks ago, and they're going to be move-in ready. They'll be move-in ready, so people are actually going to go write contracts um, at the 649 plus GST mark and move in within 1 to 3 months. So,
One to
it's
three
a
months is a
new,
pretty close
yeah,
closing, eh?
yeah, it's a new home. And then it's sometimes the builders decide that, okay, they don't need to pre-sell as
Yeah,
many units. Right? They have the ability to manage the costing, right?
yeah,
So, however, some builders are still doing the pre-sale activity where they'll sell 40% of the complex and get the rest of the financing triggered in order
yeah.
to finish the project off.
Well,
So,
that could be a pretty good deal for people who are thinking of moving in within a few months, 3 4 months.
mhm,
That is a great thing. And the one best thing that's going on is that many builders are giving way longer extended deposit plan. Like the project has been launched in Toronto, and you pay 5% every year. It's
okay,
nothing. So development levies are capped. So you don't pay
mhm,
more than that, but they are giving you a great rebate on the prices. This is amazing thing going on around here. And there is another project that wants you to deposit uh, 20% up to 450 days, 15 up to
okay,
450 days, and then remainder 5% on occupation. Free assignments, you pay legal fees, that's a different
right,
story. But the assignment fee, which is 5 to 10 grand, you don't pay that. Once you
mhm,
can just assign it, and then they are giving you 4 appliances plus a washer dryer. So many things are coming in those projects. These are great incentives if someone is looking to buy pre-cons. I'm going to actually
yeah.
start a project, a segment in our feed, which only shall cover the pre-con sector. We're working on it.
That's great. Yeah, pre-cons are really an interesting thing, especially for the younger generation who have the ability to ask for, a gift from the bank of mom and dad, or put their savings, their hard-earned savings, to work.
Yeah,
Get into a nice house. Newly married couples can start afresh, and yes, it's not a single family home. It's a townhome or a condominium, but you get to start fresh and then build on growing your little empire. Right? It starts with one, and then you
absolutely.
slowly start growing that portfolio.
Yeah,
I
and isn't
mean,
that a
not every.
great thing? Like when you have so many things happening, and when builders
Yes.
are giving you more than 2 3 years to pay the down payment, it is pretty exciting offer. I usually do not recommend every pre-con project. I need to drill down the numbers and see affordability and profitability, if there are investors, or usability in the long term, how much appreciation will those condos carry. All those things
Hmm.
factor together, then you can make a decision. Yes, this is the right condo project. You just don't buy that because thousand other people are buying. There has to be some kind of control over your emotion when you make a
Hmm.
big ticket purchase.
Yes, that's the biggest thing with big ticket purchases. There's a lot of emotions running wild
Yeah,
for some people.
yeah, that's what I'm
So yeah,
saying. You have to be very
yeah,
careful when you are looking to buy something. Otherwise, there is every likelihood that you are going to get into, ditches, and then who is to blame? People like me.
well, they at the end of the day, someone needs to have the fall guy, and the sad thing is that, okay, there may have been some instances where people have thought you're not giving the information quick enough on a particular project,
Yeah,
and then they go and buy it with someone else, and then they're calling you asking, well, I'm stuck
Yeah.
because there's a differential in the price now, and you can't make up the difference of the deposit due. What do I do? Well,
Yes.
wait is what you can do, is be patient. Everyone goes in like a bull in a china shop, but it has to be a more controlled approach, like you're saying. Whatever the purchase is, right? We
Yeah.
can't make split second decisions, because it's not Amazon. You can't return if you don't if you're not satisfied with the product. You can't return it, right?
That's pretty right. You cannot just go back to the seller and say, here are the keys. I'm done with it. It doesn't look nice. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
That is so right. I think in BC you have a cooling off period. Is it 3 days?
So
Not
that's
for
for
condos,
the
for
resale.
resale, but condos is
The
10 days.
resale. Condos is 7 days.
Condo is 7 days.
Like
Condo is
new
7 days.
homes are
I
7 days.
think we have 10 days here.
New homes are 7 days, and then the resale are 3 days. However, not everyone's going to go in subject free and not put subjects in, right?
Yeah.
So subject to finance, inspection, all of that kind of stuff, and then you kind of overstep the 3 day mark because you put minimum 7 day subjects.
Okay.
If you're ready to pull the trigger, then the banker needs at least 5 business days, and then before ordering an inspection, you want to make sure the financing can happen, because you don't want the client paying an in fee for nothing
Yeah.
if they're not going to be able to get the financing. So
Yeah. Absolutely. That's right.
minimum 7 days. I've got, in the past, I've been able to get 2 weeks, because obviously there's 5 working days per week, right?
Yeah.
So we just want to allow enough time for everything: inspection, reading the documents, the strata documents, whether
Yeah.
it's a condo project, and then obviously your title review,
Yeah.
property disclosure statement, and all of these things are very important. So at the end of the day, it's very rare that you're going to see a contract
Hmm.
subject free unless it's very underpriced and there's something wrong with the property that the seller can't handle at the present time, and they have to exit. So
Well, even 3 days a recession period on resales is kind of very tricky for the home seller. I don't know how this is going to be handled, but that kind of looks very crazy for me. Some
um,
they have to make their own decision. They have to move forward, right? They may have their own plans. What about that? How are they going to handle that? I always keep thinking it could be very tricky situation for those people. But anyways, this is how things are, and this is a project that I'm saying which requires 5% down payment once every year. How cool is that? This is called LSQ condos, and these are the amazing, outlines. This is fabulous. The layouts is phenomenal. It's kind of very nice layout. Everything is. I think the builders have gone very smart these days. They are also including electrical vehicle chargers and the parking spot. These are future-proofed parking spots. So they know that at an end of the day, people are going to go for those kind of stuff. So this project is ready. It will be delivered in 2028. So people can book right now. It's 5% down payment. This is where it is. Shepherd Avenue. This is Toronto, Victoria Park Avenue. This is really a cool area. Look at 404 highways nearby, and this goes all the way to north. This is east and west, Highway 401, the main line. And you are very close to Yorkdale, Bayview Village Shopping Center, Fairview Mall. Amazing places actually. And downtown Toronto is just 20 minutes. Look at this, is just 3 minutes from this place. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 9 minutes, 7 minutes, 20 minutes. What else you look for in a condominium?
You need the convenience. Obviously, there's a pool. People are going to be quite satisfied that, after a hard works week, they can relax.
Yeah,
Community living, there's shopping arcade down below. So I think, is a benefit. Have you booked yours
absolutely.
already?
And I have already shared this link. And these are the project details here. It is
Uh-huh.
being delivered in 2028. And the beauty is during occupancy, you can actually lease them out yourself. So you don't have to pay lease to builder. They will charge a
Uh,
fee. Of course, they have given you so much money, which you haven't paid them yet. So during occupancy, you pay some kind of interest to the remainder amount, which is 80%. And you may be able to lease the unit for more money than you have to pay. You can still have
mhm.
a cash flow, right? And then this is the location, and this is cool, right? 5% per year.
Wow.
All those things are there, the full details are there. People can go
Mm.
online, check this project, and just give us a shout. There are 43 stories, 470 units, and this is Wishing Well Woods. This is a park, natural area, which is very close, and this is where things are. These are
So it's a
architect. I don't even know what it means. WZMH. But this is amazing location, so anyone can buy. So this is one of the project I'm promoting these days, and there are Wilson West condos, Marquis condos, amazing projects available actually, and I really like. This is in the most prestigious area of Woodbridge. I can tell you, Amrit, you don't know about Woodbridge, but Woodbridge is a very posh locality and
Mhm.
mostly Italians, but we are making inroads there now.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So your price point on the first project is LSQ was 559,
it goes onwards,
559
right?
plus
So
taxes. Is that for a one bedroom?
I guess so. I don't remember off the mind, but I do have the price list if someone needs them. And
So
similarly,
it's
this project in Vaughan, which is Woodbridge, fantastic project, only 5 stories and 89 units available. This is going to sell like hot cake. This will be delivered earlier in 2025, but still better time period because you don't have to worry about anything. And Wilson West, this is a cool project too. I do not promote every Tom, Dick, and Harry's project. I really
mhm.
look into what are the best. This is delivered 2026 pre-construction and Highway 401 and Keel. This is around 15 minutes from where I live right now, and 12 stories, 255 units being delivered. And this is, it looks like a palace to me or a 10-star big restaurant, doesn't it? Some
Like a
resort,
really nice hotel, yeah.
right? These are amazing condominium projects. So I strongly recommend if someone is looking to invest or use them for their own use, this is the best. This is the fourth floor. The floor plate is all here. 2 bedrooms, 1+1. And this is how they are all
Yeah.
intermingled with each other.
So the three
Mostly
bedroom.
the buildings have 1 bedroom. Some studios, mostly 1 bedrooms. Then they go up. The number keeps reducing. 1 bedroom plus 10 are fewer than 1 bedroom, then 2 bedrooms are there. 3 bedrooms are only a small percentage of the whole unit. It is only for those people who have growing family, they need more accommodation. So 3 bedrooms are
Bigger
there. They're pretty
family,
expensive.
yeah, bigger family with that exclusive feel as well, right?
Yeah,
So I think
exclusive feel as well. Parkings are available extra, you have to pay extra. But the best thing here is all development levies are capped. That means you will know exactly what you're paying. So whosoever comes on these websites and asks for information, I'm sending them the whole plan, the price list, and everything goes with it. It's time to buy it now because they are Wilson West is being sold at platinum prices, which is already 10 to 20,000 below next level, which will be VIP when the prices go up.
Hmm.
As it goes to public, it would already have increased by I think $35,000. So you see, the raise is already there.
Right.
So well, for this
Yeah.
condominium, because now market is going to take a turn around. People are still scared of buying pre-cons, but this is the time for those who are brave enough to jump into housing market and say, hey, this is my house. Oh my God, I broke my table. So,
Yeah. The old saying, luck favors the brave, right?
so
So,
these tables are just those pressed wood, so you just force them and they crumble.
hmm.
So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back soon. So stay with us. Thank you. Are you looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416 213 8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416 213 8600. Are you looking for reliable immigration services? If yes, contact Sukhi Paul at 647 296 4575 or office phone number 905 790 8877. They are located at 219 220 at 7956 Torban Road. It's right at the intersection of Torban Road and Steeles Avenue West. Contact them for all kind of visa services. Are you the breadwinner for your family? Have you ever considered if something were to happen to you, what would happen to your wife, to your children, to your parents? If not, this is the time to call Kamaljeet Bola at 647 772 1481. She is an amazing insurance advisor working with Beyond Care Insurance Solutions in Brampton, Ontario. Find out what best you can do your family while you can. Do not put this thing off till tomorrow. This could be very, very critical for your family's future. Are you thinking of a career change or adding another one to your portfolio? Well, you are thinking right. Call Sarabjit Luddar at 416-879-3039 from Beyond Care Insurance Solutions. She also deals in life, long-term travel, critical illness, disability insurance. Give her a call today at 416-879-3039. This is what we can tell you. She will always give you the right advice and help you find out if being an insurance advisor is your piece of cake. Are you thinking to sell your home and are concerned about depreciating values? Don't be. You are in safe hands with Paul Cheema. Call me at 647-333-2273. I ensure safety of your home with electronic lock boxes. Nobody can enter your house without permission from our brokerage, and we provide full detail if needed at any point in time. Once again, Paul Cheema, 647-333-2273. Better call Paul and get moving. Do you want to shop right without burning your pockets? If yes, please visit Monisha Discount Warehouse at 377 Burnhamthorpe Road, East Mississauga, Ontario. They are the best. They have all kind of Indian, Pakistani and other local stuff that you can buy at literally throwaway prices. contact them at 905-361-0773. Manisha Discount Warehouse. D.P. Jain is a well-known name in the fields of accounting. You can contact him today at his cell number 416-305-0080 or his office number 905-790-9327. Once you start working with him, you will never want to leave him. He is 5-star professional. Call him today. D.P. Jain Professional Corporation. PC24 RE-TV is heard over so many different channels. If you want to promote your business for free, call me at 647-333-2273. You can also send your artwork to contact@paulcheema.com. We are here to be partners in your business success. 647-333-2273. PC24 RE-TV ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ BC ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਪਾਲ ਸੂਰਾ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਕੰਡੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ। ਕਮਿੰਗ ਬੈਕ ਟੂ Bank of Canada's rate hike pause, which is a great news for most of the homeowners or potential home buyers, because this is going to work in favor of each and every one of us. So this is what there are some highlights that are being pointed out by a certain institution. Mainly, let's talk about RBC. RBC has indicated that the Canadian house market correction is nearing its bottom price. So this is what some analysts are saying, that the home sales are picking up in major metro areas across the country, signaling that the housing bottom may be in sight. So RBC is very strongly contending that this is where we are at this point, which is kind of good and bad news, because now people are going to say, oh my God, I'm again going to compete in multiple offer situation. Yes, you are, because this is where things are going. And it is also being projected that Canadian housing market correction has yet to run its course, but it's gradually letting up, means it is nearing its bottom. So we think activity will hit bottom sometime this spring. So we are quite close to call it a day and then start taking off. So at this point, we have to see how the summer market works. In my opinion, summer market is going to be very aggressive with prices going up. But many still think the recovery phase may be slow this year. Why? Because of affordability issues and a weaker economy. The Bank of Canada is still monitoring the unemployment rates. So the unemployment rate right now is not what Bank of Canada would like. They want to see more unemployment rate, so they can, push people off the cliff and say, hey, this is a recession. It is very difficult for people to buy their grocery item these days. Things are very expensive, Amrit, these days.
Yeah.
Gone up by more than 28%.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, the basket of goods is going to be really quite a massive impact on the family members. So, and then having different obligations, they got to weigh whether or not whether the special items are really required. So,
Yeah.
Tightening the belts, very important. I know it's very easy to say. A lot of people think, well, we're used to this kind of life. We want to continue on living this way. So what do? So the predicaments are going to be there where, okay, maybe we don't need a 3-bedroom apartment. We can live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yes,
So they
absolutely.
might opt to
Rather
sell.
than buying $1 million home, let's buy a $700,000 home. Roof of one's own is always a great feature to have in life.
Right. I mean, the main thing is having the shelter, right?
Yes.
So different parts of the world occupy lesser space, whereas in countries like ours, we have more vast areas, and I think the trend of having the single family house may soon be diminishing because, like you've just said, there were the 3 projects that you announced just now. Um, that's high density living where we're going to see more and more of that. So
Yeah.
how are we going to have more affordable housing? The strategy is that they're going to allow projects to have multiple dwellings or multiple units as far as part of the rollout. So on a plot of land, instead of townhomes, they'll say, okay, instead of doing townhomes, instead of doing 50 townhomes, why don't you do 200 apartments?
Yeah.
More people have a chance of getting that, and then there's an upside, also an incentive for the builder.
Yeah. So, like we just shared this slide here, that home sales are picking up. So, this is a warning for those people who are still thinking, oh no, the house price will further go down 20%. It's not going to happen. So, do not believe in any reports that are unauthorized, or they are not even true. They don't have any uh, supporting data there. It's because those people just want traction to their site. So do not fall for those gimmicks. When these experts who are monitoring the industry every single second, just like a stock market, they know what's going to happen. It's a lot of data they study before they make a statement. It's not that RBC economist wakes up one day and says, okay, let's say the house prices are reaching rock bottom. For that, they need a support, full supporting evidence that numbers are changing, and they do not just discuss one. They do not focus on piece of information. They get all the pieces together, and then they make the whole picture. And then this is when they tell you this is what is happening, and this is their full-time job. Analysts are on it every single second of the day. They don't sleep. You see those
Yeah,
people always in the computer, day and night,
yeah,
computer by the bedside, boss calls, and they have to study the data. Okay, this is where it is. Those are high tension jobs.
yeah, and definitely the research, the numbers don't lie, right? The records don't lie at the end of the day. I mean, when you do a historic uh, sales report for your seller,
Yeah.
you're giving them actual data of what has happened over the last 3 months or 1 month. Um, so definitely, we're seeing. I did a market analysis recently, as a week ago, and the same property had a different price point beginning of the year
Okay.
than it does now. So things are changing very quickly, right?
Yeah, they
Um,
are. They are changing pretty faster. And here is I am looking at a graph, and this graph shows how the unemployment data work over the years. And you will be astonished if I share this screen with you. This is something to look at. This is where the data are, right? This is what
mhm.
we're looking at. Look at this, is somewhere in 1992, the unemployment rate was 11.20%. Before that, in 1991, 10.32, then went up to this number, and then you see the fluctuation. It went even negative. I think these are periods when everything was doing great. So I'm sorry for these, ads here. You cannot save yourself from this. The market was doing good during this period, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come 7, 8, it went up. Right? It went up to 8.34. This is when we had the recession thing. See how this started going up? And then we started recovering, and then it came down, and then it slightly, jumped slightly up, and then this is where we are. So all these things are, a cycle, a lifeline of economy. How things go up and down, and unemployment basically changes. And this is amazing. People should read those kind of data because it gives a fuller picture of what they're getting into. It's not just that you hear a news on TikTok or social media by Paul Cheema saying bank cuts rate and the house price will go expensive. No, there are 1,000 other factors that will affect how the house prices will respond to those factors altogether, not just interest rate. Affordability is one big thing, and affordability has been hit hard when OSFI raised the stress test by 2% over the contract rate. So if you're getting 520 or 524 as interest rate, your qualifying rate is 724. Come on, guys, give us a break.
Yeah, they really want to put to see the stress if that can help. If you
Yeah,
can qualify at the peak, then you're good to go. So, in one sense, it doesn't make sense. However, they're going a step further by saying here's a worst case scenario,
yeah,
right? Because not everyone's spending is you know completely accurate. Maybe they need to have that buffer,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So we are going to
So
see lots and lots of new listings coming up into the market. I think after some time, Amrit, people get tired. They want to get out of the cage. Right now, they were caged. They cannot fly out to buy or sell their homes. But there is a limit to it. Even we are looking at recession, we are looking at higher core inflation, right, which is trim, CPI trim or median. We're looking at those numbers. They're higher than previous month. But international travel has gone up and tickets have gone up. Like the air travel is over 25% expensive now. Can you believe it? But people are still
they're trying to
flying
recover.
because they are
They're,
tired of staying home, wearing masks, hiding their faces from the world. Now they just want to go out. I think similar situation is going to stimulate the housing market regardless of all these factors, affordability or rates or this and that. Your mindset now will come to terms with the reality and people will accept
well,
it.
well, that's true. I mean, and then there lies an opportunity there too, because you're going to have people who are putting their saved money into holidays, and then the people that stay back, like the investors looking for good deals,
Yeah,
waiting like a tiger to pounce on the opportunity, right?
I had to pounce on an opportunity. Very right.
The
Very
the the
right.
buyers are out of town, and it's time to make the most of it. Maybe offset some tax issues, buying a property which is requiring some elbow grease. At the end of the day, I think it'll all work out. However, people have to be patient. People have to have the patience, right?
Yeah. So I think it's
Developers.
time to make the right decision, not the emotional, the right decision. So, like you said in the beginning, if your family can enjoy 1,000 square foot of space, why look for 2,000 square foot size? People are going to be very, very realistic in what they can buy. Luxury when you have abundance of money. Necessity when you are conserved on money. So this is a time to realize necessities of life. Housing is one of them. But necessity means a necessity, not something to show off.
Right. Yeah. You know, it is quite amazing to be able to handle the amount of money needed in order to make your payments, right? So
Yeah,
$2 million property, your mortgage is going to be upwards of nine to $12,000 a month. So
that's right.
I mean, how many people are living there? $9,000 to $12,000 a month is an extortionate amount of money
Well,
at
I
these
know
rates.
that's a lot of money, but I don't know people how they get the money. It really beats me actually. I am trying to move forward to my own housing, bigger housing, but then we keep
Hmm.
thinking, should we? Do we really need it? Because I have two daughters. I don't know where they're going to settle down. Even if you didn't have two daughters or all daughters, or even if you have boys, we don't know where they're going to settle. They can be anywhere. The
Hmm.
world has become a small planet, and kids really want to exploit their potential. How far can they go? And they are going everywhere they can. So I don't know. बुढ़े बारे कहते पता नहीं किन्ने सानू सहारा देना किन्ने नहीं देना सानू ये भी नहीं हले
Hmm.
पता.
Yeah,
So
that's an important point.
yeah, that is a very important point. Yeah, you don't know where you're going to end up. And I keep laughing with my family. I said, I'm going back to India. Where's my house there? And relax. Hire some, servants, and that's fine. I don't need to do anything after that. So let's see how it plays out. But yeah, you are right. Uh, Conserve your resources. Someone asked me today, because I got their second funding sponsored. Sorry, not sponsored. I got them second financing on their home, second mortgage. And she was asking me, make me rich, uncle. I said, well, you can be rich. All you need to do is stop emotional purchasing. Because once you go emotional, then the mind stops. So then mind justifies after the purchase why I bought this. Because you have to tell people that this is why you bought it. Because mind
Hmm.
took over, your emotions took over, your logical reasoning, and now brain is doing reverse calculation. I'm trying to convince why I bought Mercedes when I could easily live with a Toyota. I'm going to say, oh, you know what? This was much safer. The wheel size is bigger. Color is long lasting. It won't require a lot of repairs. While I can easily live with a Toyota Corolla. I
Right.
bought it because something mesmerized me. Something brought me into this car. But if I go in a reverse manner, then I will say, really, do I need to put down 30 grand more on Mercedes versus this car? Like, not 30, it will be way higher than $30,000. Can I use that money to make money somewhere? I say, if you can think like that, you will be rich. This is what those rich people do.
Exactly. Yeah. Um, have a plan and prepare for it. So,
Yeah.
and
I think that most spendthrift people are those who are living paycheck to paycheck.
they have an expensive lifestyle.
They have an expensive lifestyle. I see that quite often when we call in for the bank statement from people who are looking for second, third mortgages, and I see that they are into Tim Hortons or McDonald's 4 to 5 times a day. and I tell them this is the money that's going to the waste, you should stop it. So you see how much they spend on dresses, on this and that, but they look nice, they look funky when they're outside.
Hmm.
But inside they are all hollow. So this state can be avoided. But anyways, none of my job to tell people how to spend their life. We kind of just got into this because sometimes it pains me that how people just screw up their financial well-being and they have zero knowledge about how to fix it. Right? If you spoil something and if you know how to get back, great thing. You tried it, didn't work, you came back. But for those people who just spoil and do not know how to fix that, this is very tragic. And once those credit cards take over, there is no going back. You are in it forever. I see that every other day. Trust me, this is very painful.
There needs to be some kind of, even if it's not in school learning,
Yeah,
there should be a class, like, when people enroll into piano or they want to do sports after school, there
yeah,
should be a class on managing finances.
yeah. Unfortunately, nobody teaches that in school.
They don't, and neither do the banks.
Yeah, neither do
So
the
I think
banks. They are totally oblivious to how they should do that. While we're talking, I will quickly like to splash one business card up screen. This is Akbar Waris business, Canadian safety trainers. He does all kind of safety, and he also consults trucking companies about safety issues. So they work with authorities. They help people with CVOR, driver training, recruitment, and even on-site safety compliance. If somebody's truck is stuck at a scale, so this company, Akbar Waris company, they go out and fix those issues. They're very reasonable, very genuine. His phone number is 416-371-9849, and he is easily approachable. You can reach out to him, and he has been a very known personality of Brampton, Ontario. Well, always feel free to give him a nudge at 416-371. I forgot the last four digits. I will bring it up again. And 416-371-9849. You can always send an email to him at info@canadiansafetytrainers.ca. He understands what it takes to drive a truck safely. So yeah, so I know this guy for a long time. He used to be in media, but then I asked him why you left media. He said one day his wife told him either it is media or it's me.
yeah,
I say, okay, my wife hasn't told me that yet.
yeah.
Let us see how far can we go. And I downloaded a video this morning, and this is a video that showcases how some tenants, student tenants, have spoiled somebody's house. And I'm not saying everyone is bad, but in this case, this person really had a very tragic, experience. And these people, according to his version, I have no way to prove it, but this person, according to his video, this is what he says, and here is that video clip. I'm not sure if there is audio coming in.
There's not.
Yeah, I always have issues with playing audio. He's just saying that he gave even bedding and he never came down there, and these people never cleaned the house. So they suddenly left the last night. They left, and the house was in very messy state, and that they didn't even pay the rent. And they have been living there for 4 years, and this guy never came down. So I will say he was wrong in the first instance. You should always inspect your property. Always should be there on time. This is no excuse that, oh, I didn't go there. Why you didn't go there? It's none of my business, but you should be there. Anyways, so I will see how I can fix this. Certain things are not in my control, unfortunately. But those are terrible instances which spoil the reputation of the entire group of people in that particular demographics. And we are very prominently being spoiled, exploited. दोनों पासे गल्लां ने अमृत साहब, people, students say people charge too much rent, and homeowner says they have to charge rent because these people damage the property. I saw a video a few days back. It's very old video that these youngsters, the international students, are making so much noise in the basement, drinking beer and liquor, and then throwing the bottles on the floor and, fragmenting them, breaking them up into tiny pieces. I have seen that video. It's so bad that people's houses are not being respected. We are.
That is crazy. I mean, there should be some kind of recourse for these guys. I mean, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the students have to live somewhere, but they don't have to behave like animals.
Yeah. So if you respect others, others are going to respect you a lot. We should understand that our life in Canada is meant for a bigger, benefit, which is supporting your parents who send you over to this country with the hope that you will be able to, offer them better lifestyle. Maybe pay off their loans, because everybody doesn't have that kind of money, and you know how much money international students pay to come to Canada and then to take courses. It's not easy for everyone. People are selling their land, sending their children. So it's really important for children to understand one fact, that their parents send them here not for making ruckus, not for creating confusion or destroy property. They send them here for a better future, and they should never let that get out of their sight. This is such a simple. It's time for us to close, but great news again. Bank of Canada held up its policy rate. Good news. I hope next time on April 12th they go down. And many institutions are expecting that end of this year the policy rate will be either 4.0% or 4.25%. Next year it could be as low as 3%. So when those things happen, housing prices are going to jump through the roof. So keep ready for your dream home. But before we end the broadcast, I would like to sympathize with all those families, and we are actually sharing your grief if you lost a family member. So may God bless the departed soul and help you get over this loss. Anything else if you would like to say, Amrit?
Yeah, just the people out there who are anticipating some changes in their life, just stay patient and positive, and things don't need to take a back seat. Just make a plan and move forward.
Absolutely. That's a very good thought. Thank you very much, Amrit. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 8 to 9 a.m. And I hope to get Mr. Sunil Watts online. Somehow we could not coordinate well for the last couple of weeks, but I got message that he would like to come back. On Friday, we will be talking with Gurleen Ojla, immigration specialist at Four-Way Immigrations, Brampton. So stay tuned for latest updates on legal front and immigration front. Thank you very much.